Hey, this is Wednesday 13, and you are watching CMS TV.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Terry joins us and says Taco Trump is a liar.
Okay.
How's he? One, if we're going to say something retarded, at least back it up with some facts. And I don't understand this taco thing. Where did that come from?
Because it's Mexicans, I guess.
Oh. So he wants to remove Mexicans, and yet he apparently likes tacos. Okay, I mean, that's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like
tacos. I like tacos too, and I'd love to see every illegal thrown out of this country, every last one of them. And I'll still eat tacos.
And forget about whether they're criminals or not. You know what? The second they cross the damn border, they are criminals, Terry.
Yeah.
And whoever, Matthew, that's listening, I mean, screw you guys. I saw Governor Newsom on TV last night, right? And he's trying to. His video is worse than mine. He can keep his fucking internet up more than I can keep mine up. But he goes, he's not just deporting the criminals, he's deporting the seamstresses and the gardeners. Well, okay.
Yeah. Are they here legally?
Go.
Then
fuck out.
Then get out. Then get
Terry,
out.
Let's go, Terry. I'm still waiting on a response about how your president, Taco Trump, is a liar. You're a fucking douche. How about that? And then they go, oh, my God. They're having a parade on Saturday for the 250th birthday of the Army.
Oh,
how dare he do this? Well, at the same time, they're parading around in underwear for children to see because it's Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
How about having pride in your army? 250 years.
How about just keep your pride to yourself? Be proud of whatever you are. You don't need to sell it to the rest of us. We don't care. How about that? We don't care. Look, as a service member, as a former service veteran or a service member or a veteran or whatever, enough with the fucking parade. We don't need to celebrate the military hanging around. We don't need to celebrate that because that's all that is look at how many years the military has hung around. We don't need that at all. We don't need to celebrate who's fucking who. We do not. We do not need to see people in the streets saying, yay, I'm a guy that fucks guys. Woo! We don't need that. We do not need chicks out there saying, you know what, I lick pussy. Yeah! We don't need that. We don't need to celebrate that your heritage is from Ireland. Get rid of fucking St. Patrick's Day. We don't need to celebrate that. We don't need to celebrate anything other than, I don't even think we need to celebrate Christmas. And I know that'll probably rattle some chains, but you know what? If you don't believe in religion, you shouldn't have to be subjected to Christmas either. Let's just have a plain lifestyle. How about that? Plain. Day to day, we don't celebrate anything because nobody's bullshit is any more important than anybody else's bullshit. How about that? How about that? And by the way, happy Juneteenth. Isn't it Juneteenth month?
Yeah, like a week. Taco stands for Trump always chickens out, okay?
Okay, good.
What exactly? I'm trying to figure out what he actually did. But the lib charts have no clue. June 14th is Flag Day, 250th anniversary of the Army.
Ooh.
They're fixated that it's Trump's birthday. Well, that's true. But, I mean, okay, I'm sorry, Chris, I have to disagree with you a little bit.
That's fine, go ahead.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong. I mean, look, it's not the 230th anniversary, or 229th, or 112th birthday of the Army. It's 250 years of the Army. I don't see any problem with recognizing the fact that we have had how many millions of men and women go into the Army, die for our country, and celebrate them.
Well, we already have days for that.
But I mean, I don't think it's
We have Veterans
bad.
Day, we have Memorial Day.
I also don't think it's bad to celebrate the force that we've created and the
No, I
technology
don't,
we've created.
dude. I don't think it's bad. What I'm saying is if you cut it, then you cut it across the board. The easiest way to get rid of all this nonsense is to cut all of it. Stop with Martin Luther King Day. Stop with Christmas. Stop with New Year's Day. Stop with Arbor Day, Flag Day, Army 250th birthday, Marines 150th birthday. Stop with everything. Just fucking have day-to-day life. Because clearly we're not a society that can handle it. I did not hear any interviews of anybody today. And where would I have heard Bongino? He's not on anymore. You talking about the Vince show? That show's
Rand
terrible.
Paul and all these guys, dude. I mean, all of them are pissing me off at this point. You know what is happening this weekend, too, on Saturday?
What's that?
The No Kings Day. Yes, Bob.
What does that mean?
There's a group called No Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the website, nokings.org, it will show you all the protests that are planned throughout the country on Saturday, including right here a bunch in Northeast Ohio.
Okay. Wonderful. Where are they at, Northeast Ohio?
Just type in like your zip code or something,
Where do I type
and it'll punch up a bunch of. I'll pull up a bunch of like.
Well, I
black
can
markets.
host an event.
Yeah,
I
you
host
can.
one?
You can host one.
Should I host one?
But I mean, they're playing. There's a couple planned for downtown.
So fucking dumb. Go ahead, have your parades. Because you know what? Ohio's still an open carry state, fuckwads.
Well, they say they want to stand in solidarity with the rioters in L.A. So there could be some violence in the streets come Saturday.
Good.
Can't wait till that big Mexican turnout in Parma. There you go.
I'm ready. Ready for it.
What do you think that turnout's going to be like for the rioters in Parma that want to stop illegals from being from going away?
See, I'm looking at this King's list, and outside of a few cities, this is going to be some empty shit. There's going to be like 3 people at most of these rallies.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead, have your fucking rallies. Because guess what? I got news for every one of you that's going. Donald Trump ain't changing course because you guys fucking throw some bricks.
Are there any of them by you?
I don't know. I can't figure out how to Zoom. Oh, here we go. So, let's see. Where is Ohio?
I think on the top left, if you just type in your zip code, it'll tell you. It'll take you to Ohio.
Oh, at the top left. I don't
So it was
see
the other
any.
day for me.
I don't see anything that I can search. Maybe it's because my screen's too small. NoKings.org, right? Yeah, I don't have nothing to search. There's a big map on the screen, though. I'll just zoom in. Hold on. I'll let you know what's near me. Maybe. There's Cleveland. Where is like Kent or something? I'm sure there's one in Kent.
Yeah, I put it here.
Obviously.
Look, hang on. I put in my zip code. On the top
Where are
left
you
of the map.
putting in your zip? Top left. All I see at top left is no kings.
Oh.
No kings
Right
about
at the top
attend.
of the map of the U.S. Yeah, hit attend.
All right, let's hit attend.
And now I have a map
Oh,
of
there.
the local
Okay, I
ones.
see it. 4447. Let's see. As of right now, Hudson looks to be the closest to me. Should I go down to Hudson with
Yeah,
my
there's
gun
one
on
Hudson.
Saturday?
Let's see, there's
This
one
is
in
Saturday?
Saturday. If
I
you
might
click
have
on the
to
black
lock and
marker, it'll
load.
tell you what time.
I may have to lock and
here's
load
one.
and go down there.
Riverside Park in Chagrin Falls. They'll have 8 people.
Yeah.
10 to noon. They're going to have one.
10 to noon.
Yeah.
Kent will have a bunch of people, obviously. Akron will have a bunch of people. Most of the rest of the shit. Shaker Heights, that ain't going to have nobody there. Solon, stop it.
Parma, there it is.
Parma ain't going to have anybody.
Ridgewood Lake Park, 11 to 1. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be there's 2 of them downtown. Chardon has one. You notice there's a lot of people, actually, I would imagine that Chardon and Chagrin Falls actually do have a lot of Mexicans. Illegal.
Maybe.
'Cause
I'm
they
gonna
probably have
imagine
a lot
that
of
it'll-
cooks and crap like that. And
Unless they're going to shut down El Campesino or Taco Bell, I don't give a shit. I really don't care. Just keep the Mexican restaurants open. I don't give a shit what you do with the rest. Or close them. Close them and throw the illegals out. If there's illegals working either of those places, get the fuck out.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that it's not just Ohio. This is planned
Yeah, all over
throughout
the
the
place.
entire country.
Yeah, so what? Let's just do the math. You got this thing going all over the country. How many people do you really think are going to attend this?
And you're talking all 50 states.
Off it, 5 million. Is that a fair number?
I think that's actually an overreach, but yeah.
That's
I guess
okay. So what do you think? 2 million?
2 million, but you got to remember also there's going to be cities like LA, New York.
That's why I was going with like 5 million.
If you're lucky, you're going to get 4 million.
Okay, so 4 million. 4 million is not, is it one? It's not even 1% of the population.
No.
So who gives a fuck?
Like, I actually plan on going out to the Parma one because I just want to see how many people are there. I mean, how many people are going to get out of their house on a Saturday morning at 11 o'clock and go protest? Protest what? What are you protesting? And who's going to see you?
Yeah.
Other than Cleveland.com, who's going to actually see you?
Well, that's it. They just want their press day.
And Cleveland.com will make it sound like, 4 million people showed up in Parma alone. What does Rocky Mountain High say?
Something about taxing the ultra wealthy. Why should they
I
pay
don't know.
more?
Why don't you boys agree with taxing the ultra wealthy? You guys gonna
Tell you why I don't. Honestly, I think we should be on a flat tax based on spending.
Absolutely, we should.
I don't think that there's no reason to tax people more because they were successful. There's no reason for that.
No.
Everybody has the same chance to do it. If they made it, then they made it. If they don't, they don't.
Rocky Mountain High is just a jealous fuck
Hey, somebody didn't make it.
who didn't make it. I mean,
Yeah, he
sorry.
didn't make that kind of money, and he's pissed that there's less talented people that make more money than him.
Look, I'm not happy with the way my radio career turned out. I wish I would have made more money.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous of anybody that did better than me. Good for them.
Well, and that's the point. Is you know what? Why would you penalize anybody for making too much money? That seems
No.
dumb. And the other part of that, too, is why the fuck would I want to trust the government to take more money from anybody when they clearly don't know how to spend it correctly?
Carling all metalheads, the CMS network is now on Substack, and it's your new metal haven. Get your daily dose of the classic metal show Chris Akin presents, The Seth Williams Show, and all our other shows, all in one killer app. It's free to join, or just pay $4.99 a month, go ad-free, snag original early releases, and unlock exclusive bonus content. But that's not all. It's an online community where you can hang out with fellow ad bangers who live for raw, uncensored commentary. Ready to join the thrash? Download the Substack app from your iOS or Android store, search for the CMS network, and get into the pit. It's free and the ultimate way to bring our metal madness with you every day. Install a Substack app now and follow the CMS network.
If we've learned anything from Doge, whether you like Doge or you hate Doge, I don't know that I'm a big giant proponent of it personally, but we certainly learned that there was a lot of money being wasted on nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
So why do you want to collect more to be wasted on nothing? Fix the problem.
On top of that, I mean, it's both sides. It's not just Democrats wasting money. Mm-hmm. It's Republicans too. But I hate when people used to say that kind of stuff to Trib all the time. Like, well, you make so much money, you should get taxed more. Well, why? Because he was successful and you're not?
Yeah.
There's so much jealousy going on, dude.
Well, everybody wants it for free. That is what the participation trophies have taught us over the last 25 years, is that everybody is due something for free. Nobody should have to work hard to do it.
Right.
That idea of work hard, get ahead is dead. When was the last time you ever heard that? Just got to work harder. You got to work smarter. You got to do this. Everything that I see on YouTube or social media or whatever is here's a life hack where you can work 3 minutes a day and make $20,000 a day. Just become an insider trader, or just become this, or become a content creator. Nobody is actually saying anymore, get out there, bust your ass, make your money.
Work hard and
work hard. And before you even throw it back in my face there, Rocky, I know you're about to say, well, some of these people didn't get it by working hard. No shit. They're the lucky ones. They got ahead. They used the system. The system's broken. We all know it. You know it. But the way you fix it is not to fucking take 90% tax out of somebody that earns more than you. That's a ridiculous concept.
And people act like these guys that are rich don't pay taxes. They pay a lot of taxes, man. They actually pay combined more than we all pay. I mean, it is what it is. They actually pay taxes. Just because you don't like the rate that they pay, they're still paying a ton of money.
Well, again, I go back to this all the time. I don't understand why you have to pay for the privilege of earning. This is why I say it all the time. We ought to go flat tax on spending. If you want to spend a bunch of money, I'm for the crazy numbers too. I'm like 40% flat tax on all spending for everybody. No loopholes, no nothing. If you go in the grocery store, me, you, or Bill Gates, if one of us three goes in the grocery store and we pick up a candy bar that's $1, it should cost $1.40. Across the board, 40%. Then if you don't want to waste your money on taxes, you tighten your belt. It teaches you to be a more conscientious spender of your money.
We talk about it on Bob's show all the time. Bob France, 1420 WHK, Monday through Friday. Listen. A flat tax, then you start watching what you're spending.
Yeah.
I mean, property tax is another thing. It's a fucking ripoff. Oh, you bought a home. It's your home. You worked your entire life to pay off that home. Mm-hmm. And now the government can still come take it away from you?
They can take it away from you if you don't pay tax. They can take it away from you if you don't pay insurance on the house.
What's going on?
Yeah, I know.
It's your home. That's what you fought for. You bought.
And I think in some places, yours, I think, is one. Then you got to pay an HOA on top of
Right,
that.
I pay extra on top of it. Like that
You got to
candy
pay for
bar,
the privilege of living in that city.
that candy bar that you're talking about, they don't come take the candy bar from you,
No.
but your house, where you live. Hey, look, I'm disabled. I'm working as hard as I can. There's certain jobs I can't do anymore. I cannot, with this one leg, go work at a factory and be up on my leg all day. I can't do it.
Right.
But I'm working the best that I can, but sometimes these taxes are so outrageous. Our taxes went up over $2,000 a year. They didn't reappraise my house, and it was worth more all of a sudden. I looked it up; it's worth the same as when we got it. Well, my taxes went up $2,000 a year,
Well, that's to pay for your new stadium.
and they were already high. Yeah, come on, get out of here. Why hasn't Rocky Mountain High responded to our thing?
Because he doesn't want to get into a pissing contest where he's going to look wrong.
Well, maybe he left. Maybe I started the conversation wrong with calling him a jealous fucking
Maybe.
weirdo. But I don't have kids in school anymore. She's in college. Why am I paying for the schools?
Yeah, but dude, I've been thinking that for 15 years since my kids graduated.
I didn't mind paying for schools when I needed to invest in them for the future of the child that I helped raise, and that she's, taking from the system. I get it. Not anymore. Not with money that was something that I bought.
I'm going to contest this one. Then you're being penalized for spending the money you earned. Well, it's better than what we have now, which is being penalized because you're earning.
Yeah.
You're being penalized because you're earning. You don't have to with the flat tax or the consumption tax that we're talking about. You don't have to spend that money.
Right.
You don't have to buy that candy bar. You can look at it and say, you know what?
Nah.
$1.40 is too much. This house, if my house is a $1,500 mortgage, I might look at that and say that's too much to buy a house. Versus the way it is now, which is I just lose 35, 45%, whatever it is, before I get the chance to pay my mortgage.
Right.
Right off the jump, I lose 45%.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're being taxed to death, and some of it you understand, and some of it, no, they've taken advantage of us. I mean, I understand we have to pay for roads. You got to pay for services. I get it.
Well, show me a road that doesn't have holes and orange things on it. Again, they're not using the money properly anyway. So I'm not forgiving 1 cent to anybody till they use what is actually collected to fix shit.
And you got to pay for services. You know what? I pay like $50 every month every year for the garbage you can buy and pick up my shit. I never had to live anywhere like that before where I had to pay for garbage. I mean, I do now. And then the services, like what? The police? I don't know. They pull people over all the time. Where's that revenue going?
Yeah. Certainly ain't going to fixing the roads.
No. And I'm tired of being taxed like that. I really am. And I remember listening to one guy who goes, yeah, you don't have to pay this tax. You don't have to pay this tax. You don't have to pay this tax. Well, you know what? That guy ended up going to jail.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
You have to pay it. I just think it's broken the way it is paid. Why do some states have tax and others don't? How is that fair commerce to everybody in the country?
Yeah. I mean, look at Florida. They have taxes you don't have to pay down there.
Yeah. Look at even in our little towns here in Ohio. I don't know if it's all over Ohio, but I know it's here. Look at this fucking Rita tax.
Oh, yeah.
What good is that? I'm old enough to remember before Rita tax, and my tax every year was like $35 for Twinsburg city tax. You know what it is now? About $500. Because I get the privilege of fixing roads in Bedford and Garfield Heights and, Hudson and everywhere else. Suck my dick, Twinsburg and everybody in the Rita Foundation. I could give a fuck about Bedford's roads. Why do I care? Why should I have to pay for that? I don't drive on those roads.
Now, here's a decent question.
Okay.
essentials like food, like groceries and stuff you need to live. I mean, gas, you already pay a ton of taxes in gas, man.
Yes.
I mean, look at if you actually broke down and looked at the taxes you spend on your gasoline, forget about it.
It's like 25-30% of the purchase, right?
Yeah. But I mean, there should be stuff groceries, but there should be a list of stuff that is maybe tax exempt.
What groceries
But
are
if you're going to
tax
sit
exempt,
there,
aren't they?
food, I think,
Food is, yeah.
but pop and stuff and crap like that. But I mean, that shouldn't be.
That's not an essential, though.
That's
is
a
pop.
luxury.
That's a luxury, yeah.
Candy bars, though, I mean, that's food.
Yeah, it's a luxury, though.
Okay, I agree. Luxury
Yeah, I mean,
items shouldn't be taxed.
You don't pay tax on, like, lettuce or ground beef or any of that stuff, I don't think, do you?
I don't think so. But if you go to McDonald's and you order a meal, it's not taxed until you get a drink.
Yeah, well, you're paying for the quality food and service.
Great quality.
It's very high end.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Triv, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. On the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.